entirely sure when to start talking, because in the last video, it seemed like YouTube cut off several, like a minute or two or whatever, of me saying, hi, this is Karen Corwall again. I hope you guys, have been enjoying the series of me working on this house, blah, blah, blah. It cut all that off. I don't know if it's going to do that this time. I hope you're hearing what I'm saying. So this is Karen Corwall, known as Stronger Than the Boys, part 7 of the house that we're doing for Anne, who is a widow. Wow, I mean, I just don't know how much. I didn't get a chance to look at all of it. So anyway, so we did this bit. The rest of it was fine, but it just cut the beginning off. So I don't really know what's going on with that. So I think I'm going to come in here. I'm going to have to put a door for Anne's room. I kind of hate to do that because, she's got a wheelchair and it'd be nice to not even have a door. But I think she wants a door on her room. That would be a little weird not to. So I think what I'm going to do with her room, this is not going to stay there. I am going to make part of the room her office and part of it bathroom, because that way it'll be easily accessible for her, and then part of it bedroom. So yeah, I think that would be a good thing. So I'm just trying to figure out how do I want to work this, because I like to have an office near a window, because you kind of want to be able to see out and get some, sunshine and things. I mean, working where you don't have a window is pretty depressing. I mean, I've had friends that had like basement type jobs where they had to work in some basement, someplace or something where they didn't have access to a window, and it was horrible. And even my previous job, I did not there were windows, but once I sat down in my cube, because it was QB life, I couldn't see the windows. And so you just feel like you're in a cave. You don't know what time it is. It's very weird. So I would like her bedroom to be on one side over here and have an office part. I do like this little desk because this would be very handy, I think, for her to roll up her wheelchair and be able to work under. So that's why I'm keeping this little desk. But I want to do something like, really special for her room so that it looks special and doesn't look, handicap accessible and all of that, wheelchair accessible. I really like this open part, but if we're going to have a bathroom, we're going to have to close it off in some way. Although, as long as she has enough room to get in and out, she doesn't actually have to have a wall here. Because if there's a door here and a door here, if she were taking a shower, probably by herself, unless she had family visiting, but if the family is visiting, she still would come in here and she would close the door and she would lock the door. And so you don't really have to have a wall here. So I could keep it really open. I'm going to see how open I can keep it. So I think that would be kind of cool. I do like these different colored, the floor, I want to do something with that. I want to make something interesting, because otherwise you've just got this big expanse and we can't put down rugs and carpets and things like that. So I want to make, I don't know what, but I want to make like a pattern or something and make it interesting. This will be her studio. I don't know about the flooring in here, but hey, we'll figure that out. So I want to figure something out with this. So let's start with a bed. Figure out where the bed's going to go, because we got to have plenty of room for that. That is for sure. So let's see what new beds we have in the workshop. So we have these. There may be some added now, but let's see. Yeah, I don't think she's going to want anything too low to the floor, because that would be really hard to get back into a wheelchair. So she would probably want something higher up off the ground. I mean, this is kind of a neat bed. I like this. I don't know if it's, you know, too masculine. It's very non-expensive though. Oh, actually, you know, this might work nicely. Because the other thing I look at when I'm doing these types of things is I look at what sort of pictures and things I want to put on the walls. And I want for her room either this could go in there. I like this. I like the dandelions. I think that would be neat. So these are the kind of neutral colors. I may put this, not sure yet. And there was something else. Well, let's see. I also like this image. This is pretty nice. There were these purple flowers, which is very wallpaper-esque. So I want something really nice for her room. This is a really pretty image too. Not purple, but that's pretty nice too. So I may or may not use all of these. This was also a really nice one, which I think would look really nice. So see, like if you keep it open like this, then if I come over here and I look at this, I can kind of go, oh, this would go, or no, this wouldn't really go. Because, see, it's sort of similar. Not totally. Let's see here. Because that's a pretty nice bed. Because you've got the beds over here. So we've got all these guys here, which a lot of these are, you know, your single beds, or I can't bring myself to use this because this just looks like something in an institution. It's just a mattress. There's not even a pillow. It's just a little weird. I find it very strange. Same with this one. I mean, it just looks like, I don't know, that or Star Trek. You know, it'd be great if for the moon house, you know. Some of these are okay, you know, but again, because you're so limited. Like, unless I did, you know, this, and then I could, you know, do this, could potentially use this wallpaper texture here, because I don't want to get too much into the dark things either. This would probably look nice with this. But I just did a house that I used this sort of gold color, so I kind of don't want to do that again. Let's see. Because, I mean, you know, you got kind of slim pickings here for the original beds. Like this one, you only have bedding in either gray, which works. I mean, it does work, you know, but I've used it many times. Red or blue. Same with the pillows. And you get green for pillows, like, you know, if you want, like, you know, Christmas or something. Like, I don't know who would really want this, because there's no green choice up here, which is quite silly, so I don't know. Because, see, I just did red, because, like, I could do red and I could do this. That would be kind of interesting. Or I could do that in another room. I don't know. Choices, right? Let's see. All right, let's go back over here. Because I've used the other one so many times, I want to use something different. Bed for one. I mean, that's kind of nice. I kind of don't want the futons because I think that would be too much. I mean, this large bed here, this just comes in this dark color. There's no other color. So I kind of don't want to do that. I mean, this is okay, but this is a brown color. It's a little old-fashioned and masculine, and I don't really want to go there. So I just used this bed in the Eclectic Hotel. And I really don't want to go quite this old-fashioned. This is kind of a little much. This would be great for like maybe a beach house, you know, in a hurricane. Oh, sorry. This looks a little grandmother-ish to me. And even if she is a grandmother, she doesn't need her house to feel like it, except for, you know, the kid stuff. So either I'm going to use this one, which is pretty cool. I do like that. It's pretty neat. Because I really think that I want to use for her room. I really kind of want to use these images. What is this one? Nah, I don't want to use that there. It's not really bedroom-esque. Yeah, because I just don't want it to become, you know, I don't want it to be too overly vibrant, because, you know, it's a bedroom, so you kind of, you know, the bedroom part of it, you want to be able to sleep. So yeah, I don't want to get too, you know, crazy, because I think she just wants to relax. I don't know. I really kind of tend towards that bed. So it's either this bed or the double bed elegance. Hard choice. And then we got to figure out the wood. I think white wood. I think just the white, not neon white. Probably, oh goodness. It's you can see how dark it becomes. I mean, that's supposed to be white wood. That's not white. Look at it next to the white desk. Not white. But the other is just crazy white. Neon glow-in-the-dark white. Which is a bit too much. Could go with this. Well, that's not too bad. I just want to figure out which image I want to use for her wall. Because, see, this would look pretty nice. That would look pretty nice. The other one is this, which... This is pretty cool. This color. And that would look sort of neat together, because you've got the gold and you've got the blue. So that's kind of a possibility there. Could even do a little bit of this. Just play with the options, you know. And the gold there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I wish they had this color. Wish they had that color in the little blanket cover that goes across, but they don't. It was like a pink, which that could be kind of nice. Sort of like that. Let's see what wood. Could go for the gray wood. The gray wood is very hard to work with because it can look pretty cheesy. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, it to me, it just sort of looks like really cheap wood, you know? So I don't know if I really want to go for the gray wood. Let's try something else. The game is sort of frozen here for a moment. I mean, see, like this gives some options here because it has so many little colors in it. So it's kind of nice. And I want this to obviously be kind of feminine, you know? I mean, we've already got a pink kitchen, so we already got some femininity going on. So we've got this, which is really hard to match. I hate to say, it's so hard to match because it's sapele is the name of the wood. It's an African wood if you've never looked it up, because I didn't know what the heck it was. And you'll hear it pronounced different ways, but apparently sapele is supposedly the correct way to pronounce it. Could go with this dark color. But anyway, this sapele color, you go and you try to find like a desk and things like that, and sometimes they match and sometimes they're just horrible. Sometimes the sapele will look like this, and then you go and find another one and it'll be like this. And if you've played House Flipper, you know this, but for those who may not have, and this wenge color, wengy, whatever this thing is, ugh, I really don't like this one. It looks purple. It's just weird. It's a very weird color. I don't care for it, so I just don't use it. Now we could go for the cedar, because we have this kind of bird thing going on. So cedar is another one that's, like I said before, it tends to be an easier one to match things. So that's not too bad, cedar. Because the problem you run into when you get the white wood is that sometimes the white wood, even like this, it just looks like dirty wood. It looks like, even the pink, I mean, look at that. It just looks like dirty. I don't know why. Why does it look like that? I know they're trying to make shadows, but that's not very good. Like this checker thing, I don't know who would ever want to use that. And that's really tacky. Sorry to anyone who thinks that's cool. I just don't. I think it is just not a thing. Wow. I mean, I could go for the white, because it's either going to be way wider than the desk, or it's going to be that's kind of close. Oh, decisions. I guess I will go with this. All right, now I got to figure out where are we going to put this, because I'm going to make this into basically 3 rooms. It's not a children's room. I just got to figure out where to put the door. I think this. I'm going to put the bathroom door here. And I guess I could probably... Yay, let me do it. Put that there. Because it keeps thinking, despite everything else, it thinks this is a children's room. Literally, because it has kids' toys. It thinks it's a kid's room. At least it recognizes is this a kitchen. So this I may still do something up at the ceiling with, because we can't do things on the floor. So yeah, that's why I changed the floors to the paneling, or whatever you call this, the parquet. Oh, I used light color for her room, didn't I? Well, actually, yeah. See, this is kind of what I want to do. I want to do some sort of contrast stuff, because we have several colors of this parquet stuff, which is actually pretty darn nice. I like the way it looks. Just to put some interest over there. So we could put, I don't like putting these things against walls per se, but apparently that's what you are supposed to do. So she would have a window here. She can look out. But I really want to separate. Oh, yes. There was an idea, because I looked in this. Where'd it go? There's this, which I think is pretty cool. Obviously, this is wheelchair accessible. They have this desk that comes out. So I don't know if I'm actually going to keep that desk. I may do something different. But I think this is kind of neat because this is a doable thing to sort of put lintels over something. So this desk may not be a thing. I'm going to go check and see what sort of desks are over here. End up in caps, all caps, because there's this desk as well. This looks like one that you can adjust up and down, and it's just the same height as this. So that is kind of neat. That's a thing. Let's see what else there is. Oh, these are all the desks. Oh yes, there's a desk with a shelf and there's a hanging desk. Oh yes. I'm excited now. Can you tell? Large corner desk. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my goodness, it is pretty large, isn't it? Wow, that's really, that's pretty darn wheelchair accessible right there. Oh yes. Okay, so yeah, I kind of want to make yeah, because see, like this would totally work for like this area. You know what I mean? To be like her office. But then where would I put the bathroom? And if we do that, then everybody has to go to the bathroom at the other end, which is not horrible, but you know, it wouldn't be such a bad thing to have that here. Because like I said, you kind of want to have your workspace by a window. And I kind of want to have a bedroom by a window. So, could move the bedroom over here. Let's see. I have to back up, I guess. Yeah. She wants to be able to get on all sides of the bed, for sure. So, just thinking. Maybe it'd be easier if I just put in the bathroom, but yeah, this corner desk thing, that works, I think, really nice. Let's see, how does that work? Because, like, it could, potentially. Let's just get it. She still has a lot of room. Could have it out like that. I could have it against the wall. Many possibilities. Could have it like this. Could have it on the other side. Let's see. It all looks so neat and clean when you get done. You know, you look at the final product and you're like, wow, that's so cool. How did you do that? Well, this is how, and it's not so cool when you're doing it because you're like, I don't know what to do. It could be like 100 different possibilities. See, that doesn't make it very interesting to see this way. But there's another possibility, and that is, I could put it here. Takes up a good bit of the room, but let's see. I don't know if that's going to be enough room for her wheelchair right in there, though. That looks like it'd be a little bit pinched. So I'm just really resisting the idea of putting the office over there and putting like a bathroom over here. I'm just like resisting the idea, and I'm thinking, oh, do I want to do that? Well, okay, let's play with this then. If we had this, like here, Because I want to have lots of room on either side of the bed for her. For sure. Because apparently wheelchairs need 5 feet to turn around. So if she's making the bed, she would need plenty of room over here. It does kind of look like I'm going to have like a bathroom over here, doesn't it? And maybe make the office part over here. Which is, I mean, it's not horrible. It's not a horrible idea. Make sure that we have enough room here. I think that would be plenty of room. Because I just don't like the idea of having to put this against the wall. Because who wants to sit here and stare at a wall? I mean, even if you had something interesting, it just... I've done that. It's not fun. Let's see. There's also this possibility. You know, I just sort of tend to lean towards this. Oh, I know what. We could maybe put like plants down here. Plants on this side. And she just have to have like watering cans with really long nozzles. That could be a potential. See, if this desk faced the other way, I mean, even if it faces this way, it's not horrible. It could go like this, because I'm looking at this picture. So you see how this works, and then there's like a little armchair over there in the bed and all of that, and then this is like the other end of the room, which is pretty neat. So I'm sort of, you know, again, not copying per se, but just sort of riffing on the idea of how I would do the room. So let's see if she had it that way. She'd still have plenty of room here, but if we put anything here, then she wouldn't. So it's a big desk, but it would definitely work for her needs, I think. Oh, see, now that kind of works. Maybe a plant in the corner over there. Some plants maybe along here. That would be kind of cool. Probably maybe a bookshelf or something over here. Not really an armchair, but like maybe a bookshelf, because maybe she needs to get to that sort of thing. And see, I wonder, like, making the lowered ceiling like that. That might be kind of cool. Oh, you know what? If I do that, it's not going to let me put ceiling lights. That's a bummer. But I could do like I like to do, which is to make intermittent ones and then make them into shelves and things like that. So that's a possibility as well. I think. Wow. You know, this is going to look very different once I get done. You know, I like this, though. Let's make this go across here. I kind of like that. I think that's kind of neat. So just continue the wall, you know, as if it were a continuation. And do the same here. I think that makes it rather interesting. Not sure about the tile. I will probably change that because we're gonna have to put a bathroom over somewhere over here. Because clearly, if she were taking a shower, or even going to the bathroom or anything, she'd probably have her doors closed, I would think. So, I don't know. What a challenge, right? This is kind of the bugaboo, you know. If we were dealing with your average person who does not have a wheelchair, you know, it'd be a different thing. But trying to accommodate for a wheelchair is definitely a challenge. Definitely. So, Because see, if I even, like, if I brought the wall in, that gives a little bit less room for her to maneuver around. And I really want to kind of, like, put some bookshelves and type things over there or something like that. So, wow. Okay. But I kind of like this idea. I like this desk kind of being here. She could just roll right up. She has everything at her fingertips here. I think that's kind of neat. Just can't really decide about the bathroom aspect of it. I mean, you know, what do you think? You know, should I put the bed, like, over here? Make this the bedroom? And then, you know, bathroom this way, like a small bathroom kind of thing. This is quite the challenge, isn't it? Because I don't know. I mean, she works from home, so I don't know if she would have anybody come and see her, you know, or anything like that. So because I don't know what sort of work she does from home. It doesn't say. Just says she's very tech savvy. Currently needs a workstation. She does her job from home. Doesn't say what her job is. So, you know, does she have web meetings or anything? So, you know, would she need... You know, like, would she need a nice background? You know, that would not be her bedroom, so to speak. Let's see, I'll set that there. Because, like, here, she could come in and I could even extend it a little further in, potentially. So she could have some plants behind her here and various things on the wall. And that would make for a nice background if she had any sort of web meetings or any of those types of things. Because I don't really want to stick that out like that. So let's do this. Let's knock this one out. Sorry about your desk. It'll clean up in a minute. Okay. So if we did this, which I can't really see what I'm doing here. Okay. If we put that like that. Oh, hello. Okay. All right. I thought for a minute I'd knock something off of here. Okay. So if we had this like this, then she would still have plenty of room. And we could put like a row of plants back here, which would look really nice. So if we come into the plants and we did some of the large ones, like, you know, like we could do one of these guys. Hopefully it's not sticking through the wall. No, I think it's okay. I think, right, okay. Sometimes these plants, see how it's kind of sticking in the wall? I don't know, if you've never played House Flipper, sometimes you'll go in the other room and it'll be sticking through the wall. Because there's not really a wall. It's a pretend wall. You know, we could have one of these. Potentially. You know, so that way she would have like a background behind her. Then we could have a picture on the wall of some sort. Let's see. I don't know, well, yeah, I don't really like these as much because they're kind of weird looking. They're very, very bright green. Oh, it's tiny too. How about I pick the big plants? Large. This plant always looks like it's half dead, so I don't tend to pick that one unless I really, really need it. Same thing for this one. This one is just, it's like it's so crazy bright, but, you know, it could work. So, you know, it's probably not going to let me move that over, is it? Not really. So, potentially, it's not going to let me move that. So that way, if she had a webcam kind of thing, you know, where she had to do web meetings, then it would see this lovely professional looking wall back here and with some plants and various things, maybe some shelving, I don't know, stuff like that. And this would be kind of easy for her to get to. So that might work kind of nice, I think. Let's see. And yeah, let's see here. So if I had where is it? Ugh. I can't really tell. Oh, there we go. So yeah, it kind of makes it a little bit interesting. Kind of makes a little bit of a separate area. It will see this as an office once I put some office-y type things in it. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to, is that what I wanted? No, this one. I'm going to put this flooring down for now, and then we'll figure out what to do with that. Oh, that was my phone, by the way, because I'm trying to keep track of the time this time, so I'm not like yabbering your ears off for an hour and a half. I don't know, although I hear that some of the House Flipper broadcast, you know, the streamer people doing broadcasts, I don't know what you call them, live streamers. Anyway, that they go for 9 hours sometimes. I don't know, do people actually sit and watch that? I don't know. I haven't, but that doesn't mean somebody else doesn't. Nothing wrong with that. It just, you know, it has to be interesting, obviously. So let's see. I don't know if it's going to let me put another plant. It would be nice if it would. Let's see, because I'd really like to put, like, it's probably not going to let me put this. See, I wanted to put something in here, just like even something small, because the game is forcing me to put these where I don't really want to put them. And I can't put that. Oh, you know something? I wonder. Here's where we start doing the unusual things.
Finally, it's about time you got to that.
I'm going to, and this may be a dismal failure, but we'll see. Let's see. Do I want to match the desk? That might be nice. I don't know if I can. See, there's that color again. Is that kind of close? That's pretty close. That's pretty close. Let's see. If I put that there, is it going to let me? Yeah, it will let me put this back. Nice. So, what happens if I put some, like, little plants there? Like, maybe a fern. What color are we putting in a room? Because maybe a nice colorful flower pot would be pretty. What about this blue? This blue kind of matches, sort of, the other blue. Oh, look at that. It is going to let me do it. Look at that. Woohoo! See, that's what's nice. That's when it's fun. You go, oh, is this crazy idea of mine going to work? Oh, it actually does. Yay! I don't know if it's going to let me put one of these. This is probably going to be pushing it too far, but we'll see. Let's see. You gonna go up on that little shelf? It actually does kind of want to let me put it on the floor, but she's not going to want to be down on the floor. Come on, come on. Oh. It does let me put it up here, but I think it thinks that there's too much. The hitboxes are in the way from the other plants, so it's going to have to be a little bit more of an upright plant. Wah, wah. Maybe we'll stick some oregano over here. How about that? It will work. Come on. Come on. This is one reason it takes a long time for these houses. Okay. So, let's go see what this looks like. Yeah, see, that looks kind of neat. You know, it's starting to shape up a little bit. I think that's pretty nice. So, I'm really sort of wanting to get... Let's see, let's go to the wallpapers. And... why am I not seeing it? Maybe it's under birds? No. See, this is what I do. I have all of these different things. These are all the pictures that I think, oh, I might use that sometime. So I collect them and I put them in these folders. And then I come back later and I go, oh yes, that picture will work perfectly here. I'm not sure where this one is though. Is it under? No, it's not under vintage. Is it under textures? I don't think it's under textures. Oh, it is under textures. Wow, okay. Cool. Alright, let's... I definitely don't want that to be that big. Goodness. I like to start out with like a meter and then see where it is. Because some things you want to be really big and other things you just don't need them to be that big. And it's one of those things too where I may end up even selling the picture, getting a bigger one, getting a smaller one, doing something completely different. Let's go 1.5. Oh. That's not bad. It's... Maybe a tad bit more to kind of be the width of the bed. Let's just see what that looks like. See, that's kind of neat. I think that's a kind of a neat thing. Now, whatever color we make the wall, I definitely want it to contrast with this. So, it's starting to shape up a little bit. Not too bad, not too bad. I just got to figure out that darn bathroom. That is definitely going to take some thought. I got to think of what color, what do we want to do on the walls? Because like I could go with wall panels of some fashion. I like to mix them up sometimes and do some wall panels and some paint. Like, see, this wall panel actually would be kind of neat, you know, it's sort of mixing up the styles, so to speak. What else do we have? Because I really want to keep this kind of contemporary. I mean, the roses, oh, they still got the stripes. They haven't fixed them yet. Darn it all. Because some of the nicest ones you can't use because they've got those darn stripes. See, these don't have the stripes. This does. And the very one that I would like to use that would go quite nicely. You see those stripes? Homie, not playing that game. Nope. Because unfortunately, there is not a paint that is that color. That's the unfortunate part. So... the stripes again. Oh, come on, devs, please fix that. Because I don't want to use any of these like wood panels and things, because then it's going to look like really ancient. Nah, don't like that. Could go for a really contemporary look and make like wall tiles. Could even do the ceramic tiles. I don't think they match though. See, they kind of don't really match. Again, just thinking outside the box, you know? Because that's a light blue. There is no real light blue paint, unfortunately. Let's see what else there is. Because sometimes, too, you can go with this sort of brick look. And that can be really interesting. There's honeycomb. I don't really want to go for marble in here. I don't really think that's where I want to go with that. Because there's these light blue, but these make it look like... ugh, no. Just no. That's a no. You really have to be cautious with some of these things, because if you've never used them before, they can be, especially like these guys, they don't look like that when you use them. I did use them to my advantage, but it was a very specific circumstance. You'll see that in the eclectic cottages this week if you watch that video. I mean, in a way, I mean, some of these industrial light grays and stuff, these can kind of give a nice color and texture to the wall. I mean, that's just going to make it look like a bathroom or something, so I'm not going to go with that. Sometimes these can too, but sometimes it can be a kind of a neat look as well. I just don't know if I really like how that goes with the bed. Because there's just not a paint. That's the only problem. There's no paint that really goes with that. Because even what they call, I mean, they call this sky blue. That's not sky blue. It would match to an extent, but it's also quite vivid. If you've ever used it, I mean, give it a shot. I don't know. It would match the butterflies nicely. Oh, I'm going to have to stand on the bed. Well, I mean, you know, that does make that stand out, doesn't it? See, I get all reluctant, pitch a big old fit, and then I go, oh, actually, that works nicely. This kind of looks like an extended headboard, doesn't it? If I could get it lined up just right. It's that little bit too much to the left, little bit too much to the right. These guys, too, I can move around. Well, I mean, it's kind of nice. I may change out. I may even change out the bed, though. Let's see. Not for a different bed, but just maybe with the different pillowcases. Maybe I'll just do the blue pillowcases on that. What do you think? You guys, you think that would be a good thing? Yes, Karen, we think it's a great idea. No. I'm putting words in your mouth. I know. I'm being silly. Okay, let's see what this would look like. See, maybe. Does that look better? Well, I tell you what. I'm going to move this one. Oh, I forgot to. Oh. Look at me. I ended up with the yellow instead of the pink, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it should be the yellow. What do you think about that? Because that picks up the yellow in the art print on the wall. So maybe I will go with this. I think I kind of feel better about that than this. Yep. So sometimes accidental things turn out to be the best things. So, I think I've been going close to, well, a little more than 50 minutes this time, so I will break this one off here, and we'll resume again next time, and I'll figure out some more stuff. So, see you guys in the next video.